where in the world is our hero? Oh my God, y'all, I'm in Bryant Park. There's the public library. It's getting so green and so spring-like and so nice out here. And you know what? I'm following the CDC's guidelines saying that if I'm vaccinated, I am. And I'm outdoors, I am. I don't have to wear my mask. I'm not. I've got it right here with me. If I'm near people, I'll put it on. If I step inside of any place, I will certainly put it on. And a lot of people on the street, or mostly in New York City, are still wearing a mask, but it's kind of easing up like, well, all right. And things are, wow, this weekend was like, oh, this is feeling normal. It's getting busy. Even up in my apartment on the 30th floor, the traffic noise is increasing. I'm like, oh, people are back. It's, wow, it's really actually happening. And it feels, I'm not the only one that's like, are we good with this? Are we really, even the change to back to better feels a little like, are we okay? So creeping toward different, and I don't want to say normal, that's not a word I use much. Anyways, other story, right back there, the stacks of the New York Public Library. That was my first job in New York City, people. When I was in acting school, back in the year of the flood, my first job after acting school was to work in the stacks back there, because it was, I don't know if it's still that way, the pneumatic tube system where you're up in the reference room, you look up a volume, you fill out the slip, you put it in a pneumatic tube, and they send it down to one of the floors, which are basically a floating level of stacks. You can, like, if you're up against those windows that are right there, you can see all the way down all the floors and all the way up, so it's kind of a grid. Anyways, the tube would come down to your floor, you'd go find the book, put it in a little elevator, and send it up to somebody in the other room. So I'm lucky I'm alive. My first friend in New York City, who's still a very dear friend of mine, also worked with me at the stacks. And one day, she was training somebody like 2 floors above me, below me. And I could hear her, because it's the floating grid. I can hear her like, and we do this, and then we file the books, and when they come back down, they do this thing. And if you had books from the main floor that need to be refiled on your floor, they'd send a note in the tube saying, call lift, meaning get the elevator to your floor, unload the books, reshelve them. So I sent a note to her floor saying, call lift, from my floor. And then I got in the elevator. It's a little dumbwaiter. I'm so stupid. I could have plummeted to my death. So dumb, in a dumbwaiter. I get in there. And I hear her, oh, when this comes down, we have to call the lift, and that's going to be our books, and we're going to refile the book. And she calls the elevator, and it gets to her floor, and as she opens the little door, I jumped out like, rah! And she screamed, bloody murder screamed. And I go running back up the stairs to my stack, and I'm leaning over like, is everything okay down there, Gail? Are you all right? And the manager's like, Gail, do you understand what's going on? Are you okay? Yes! I scared the shit out of her right there. Last story I'll tell. God, there's some cuties. Hi. You want to follow a YouTube channel that's really sassy? Ooh, he's cute. Springtime in New York, people. Last story. Used to be, back when I did this, and this was in, I'll tell you, 1979, this park, this incredibly beautiful park, was deadly dangerous. If you want to buy a baggie full of oregano or get shivved, come into Bryant Park. Other than that, you would not think to step foot into this park. It was dangerous in here and didn't look like this. So wow, times are changing, people. And we're getting back to the normals. So I'm gonna get into the shade and go live my wildest dreams. So happy Monday from Midtown Manhattan. Come to New York, we're open.